Let me get myself my theme song. Bum, 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 bum. This is Miggety Mike with the Big Energy segment. Here's
Hey, you already know who this is. It's your girl, Miss Trinity. I don't do the bam, 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 all that. You know who this is. It's me, the loud one.
what you talking about? I had my
And
thime song. I'm
you
sorry.
had your theme song.
Okay, cool.
That's
cool.
for bam, 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 bam. We gotta get him some actual music so he can do this in the game. All right, look, y'all. Today we got a topic, right? It's a good old topic. And it's a topic not just for men, but for women as well. I think I'm going to let you introduce the topic.
So this topic is, this is totally wrong in all aspects. And I don't know if we had bleeps, but it's definitely some bitch ass shit on whoever's corner. But using kids as pawns.
Yeah.
Men using it as pawns towards women, and women using it as pawns towards men. It's wrong in all aspects.
Yeah, the kid never needs to be a part of whatever dispute or disagreement that the parents have. If y'all can't get along, cool. But y'all need to be able to be cordial enough to be able to parent together. Because your kid didn't ask for none of that. They didn't ask to be here. He or she didn't ask to be here. They didn't ask for the BS. They didn't ask to be stuck in the middle of y'all's BS. They didn't ask for any of that. So, me personally, and even in my personal life, I've been through my bouts of BS with the other parent and, having to go through X, Y, and Z. But at some point, you have to realize it's not about you. It's not about what y'all going through as parents or as people or as a former couple or former fling or whatever you want to call it. It's literally about the child or the children. So, I mean, I don't understand why people use kids as pawns. People can say differently, but I don't understand it. Why keep your child away from their other parent when that's what they need? Why not give them what they need? Why you think?
I don't know. Like my son, I have a 5-year-old son. He's about to be 6. Me and his mother beefs out this world sometimes. But I swear to God, that's why I love this girl to death. She never does no weird, goofy ass shit like that. She never does it. If my son say he want to call me, it's a FaceTime call. If he say he want to call me, it's a regular call. I don't never have that problem. She may not. I may text her, ask her something like, "Hey, how's your day?" and get no text back. But if I say, "What's Junior doing?" He's in the tub. Can I FaceTime him? Give me a second. He'll FaceTime. And she'll go right back to being a bitch to me. But I get through what I got to get through to my son. Then I'm going through something else with my daughter's mother. Weird, cool.
Yeah.
But it's nothing you can do, man. I don't understand it. But please don't do this. This is messing the kids up.
It definitely is. And especially when you have to bring the courts into the system. Us as adults don't even want to deal with the courts. So why bring the kids into the whole court situation? You really don't have to have the courts in the situation unless you just have 2 unruly people or at least one unruly party that doesn't want to cooperate with the parenting. I don't like how men or women, like y'all know, I am not biased. I don't defend the women just because I'm a woman, because it's for men too. But if you can come up with some type of agreement to help your child, why involve the courts? Because the courts, they're not going to side with either party. They're going to side with the child. What's best for the child? They're going to look into the man and figure out, okay, who are you as a father? Then they're going to look into the mother. Who are you as a mom? Why are you keeping the child away from the other parent? What's going on here? And you don't want people in your personal business like that. I mean, and then what do you do? What do you get? What do you benefit, out of keeping your child away from their other parent? And if you see them unfit, why? Because you didn't see them unfit when you made the child. So because y'all go through y'all thing as couple or former couple or whatever, has nothing to do with the child. Now, if there's, a mental issue or, you feel like they're not capable of taking care of the child, then that's something else. And then you can, go from there. But using a kid as a pawn just to, for your selfish benefit, it's petty. It's unnecessary. It's petty. It's a headache for everybody involved, especially the child. What if your child misses their other parent? wants to be around their other parent? What if it's that they get something from that parent that they don't get from you? It's okay. But it's not okay for you to tell that child, oh, you don't need him. You don't need her. I got you. Because then they grow up feeling like they can't interact or connect with that parent. And then they rebel when they get older. Then they do stuff you don't want them to do, like go and see that parent anyway. When they're of age to do it on their own. And I personally feel like you shouldn't have kids if you and that person aren't locked in enough. I mean, yeah, we're going to go through our thing here and there, but if y'all aren't locked in enough, don't do it. Don't do it. And let your child be a child. Let the parents be the parents. Let them prove that they're unfit. If they want to be in the child's life, what's the problem? You made the child with them. You made the child with her. What's the problem? And then you bring in the courts. Then they want to smack your head with child support. Then they want to smack your head with all this custody stuff. It's just unnecessary. It's really unnecessary. And they're never going to rule in favor of the parent. It's going to be for the child's benefit. I promise. But I had to cancel the whole court thing. I couldn't do it. I can't do it because my kids don't deserve that. They don't. Kids don't deserve to have to go through this whole court bullshit. It's too much. It's too much for us. I don't, I just don't get it. I don't get it. I think that we should definitely consider the kids more. If you're going to argue. Cool, whatever. Disagree, whatever. Don't bring your kids in this shit. Don't do it. Because it's just, it affects them as they get older. And they don't need that. They already dealing with, learning how to function in life, how to function with different children, school, learning, their health, everything. They don't need to worry about, oh, I can't go see my dad because my mom doesn't like him or they don't get along, or I can't go and see my mom. I think it's so unnecessary. Like, what do y'all think? Because I've never heard somebody say it's okay to use the kid as a pawn. Like, what are you trying to gain? Money?
I really want to talk about this, so please. Everything was going so... I just went to court about a month ago for this same thing. Everything was going so smooth until that woman said, hey, can you show me your W-2s? And I showed this paper that said I get SSI. She turned and looked at my kid's mother and said, hey, there's not going to be a child support order. And when her face dropped because of that, that's when the BS started coming into play. That's when the visits started becoming late, or you got to cancel and do things of that nature. So, like she said, I don't need no court. I can hate your guts, but I know how to fake the funk to get something done. We all do. You all have used somebody before. I know how to make you feel wanted enough to talk to you, to have a conversation, to set up a time. I don't need a magistrate or a judge for this, is what I'm saying. So, I just, like she said, I think the courts is not needed. If y'all can't come up with a dollar amount, cool, go to court. If you can come up with a dollar amount, cool, don't go to court. But if the dollar amount is the only thing, set that, and all this extra stuff you don't have to talk about. Let him get his kid, let her get her kid when she needs or can or is available or whatever. It's not worth it.
But how do you feel when there is a parent that is more of the sole parent or sole guardian, and the other parent is more optional?
So, I'm going through this with my son's mother. I'm not going to say optional, but obviously she has her own, and I'm disabled, so I'm living with people. The people I'm living with don't mind if my son come over here, but they don't want to hear or do the stuff that y'all do at your house. The slamming of the doors, the running up and down the steps, the playing on the steps. I had to tell her to understand, like, listen, you have a house full of kids. You can have this going on. It's your house. You have nobody to answer to. I don't. Is what I'm going to have to answer to people right now.
Can you imagine how that feels for the kid? They already have a set of rules in one household with one parent. They already have, a schedule of things that they need to do or things that they need to abide by. And then they go to the other parent's house and things are totally different. How confusing do you think that is already for a kid in their mind? Like, I can be on my tablet until 8 o'clock here, but when I go over there, I can only, you know what I'm saying? I can't use my tablet. Things get,
Yeah.
it gets tricky with children, and you gotta understand, they're already going through enough. They're already going through enough. So when it comes to things like that, I really think that parents should be in good communication with each other. Make sure, Susie is off her tablet by 8. Make sure she's in the shower by such and such. Everything else is your judgment because you are the parent.
Well, I get my son when it's like no school, so I let him fall asleep with chocolate milk in his hand, gummy bears falling out his mouth. You know what I'm saying? Tablet on top of his head like this.
Oh God!
I mean, that's just what it is. But at his mother house, they got to be bathed and bathed by like 8 o'clock, which is cool. I mean, I don't know what she does after that on the weekends, but when he at my house, I mean, my side of the bed, he got snickerdoodles and stuff falling all on the side of the bed. Gatorades have poured over and stuff like that. I'm like, come on, dude, like.
So are you more so like the fun parent and she's more of the structured parent?
I mean, I'm not gonna say she's not fun, but I'm saying she has more to deal with. Like she deals with the homeworks and all that stuff like that. When I get them, it's on the weekend or during the week when there's no school, so we could have free reign. We can go outside. I mean, I can't really run. We can go outside, nigga, not. You know what I mean? And go back in the house and stuff like that. But she ain't going for it, is what I'm saying.
But how do you think that because that sounds like she has more responsibility when it comes to your son. And then you, it's just like, whatever. Whatever goes. We're just going to have fun. But what about setting the structure? Like, as a dad.
I mean, I feel like I set the structure. Like, he not about to be, like, running around. Like, when he got up one day and ran downstairs and came back with food, I'm like, what are you doing, boy? You just ate. Yeah. I mean, I thought this was, I said, yeah, well, we ain't gonna be just eating the bare things to eat it. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, I feel what you're saying. I feel like she does have more structure. She has a lot. Like, she has them majority of the time. So I feel like that's where the structure needs to be. And then, I get him when he asked to come over and I don't never force him to come and she don't force him to come either. It's like when he asks. But when she says he don't want to come, she don't make him come. And I feel like you're playing this both ways now sometimes because, when I was younger and I said, I ain't gonna go to my dad's house, it's you getting out of here. Like, I got to go down Billy's or Ball Dime, whatever them little rinky-dink clubs this weekend. So that's what it was to me. I was going no matter what if I want to go or not. She don't force him. I don't force him either. Like, you don't want to go. You have multiple brothers and sisters. So I see it being fun over your house. Me, it's just me and you. So it's tablet time and TV time and things of that nature. So, I mean, although it could be fun, it's probably not as fun as smacking your brother side of the head and running and chasing your brother around the house. It may not be as fun. But, I mean, I just let it be up to him.
See, in my situation, I split the responsibilities. A parent needs to be held accountable to be a parent, Like, their dad is responsible for doing their homework with them certain days of the week when they're with him. He is responsible for making sure they take their showers, they're in the bed, they stick to their schedule when they're with him. When they're with me, I do the same thing. That way it's not, it's not confusing and it's not super different being in this household than it is from being in this household. If we keep that same structure, whether I get along with you or not, keeping that same structure for your children makes it easier for them. And at the end of the day, that's what it's about. Making sure that they have dinner, making sure that they're not on their tablet till 11, 12 o'clock at night, making sure the homework is done, making sure that they have their clothes out or, they making sure they keep that same pattern. So when they get to their dad's house, they know what to do. When they come back here, there's no difference. You know what to do. But, that just comes into the structure that you have and the setup that you have. I know that not everybody has that same setup. But, I do understand from the aspect of being, a sole parent having the majority of the responsibility. I have fun with my kids too. I take them places. We go all kinds of places. But they know that they're going to learn, how to take care of themselves. I don't want, to have dependent children when they're 12, they don't know how to throw their stuff in the washing machine. They don't know how to put their plate in the sink or rinse it out and put it in the dishwasher. My kids they're young, so they're not doing that part yet, but they already want to. You know, I try to set that structure for them so that, like I said, when they get older, we don't have to worry about, oh, can you help me take my shirt off? Can you help me do this? I don't know how to do that. No, I'm not doing that. We're going to learn how to do this now so that when you get older, you know how to do it. So whether you're at my house or you're at your dad's house, it gets done. That's just what it is. But see, some women are like, well, if I got all of this responsibility, why am I letting you do X, Y, and Z? Why do I just let them come over there when it's time to have fun, but I'm the one that's stuck with all the responsibility, like extracurricular activities, or I got to go and buy the clothes, or I got to go, and spend the money and do the hard work. And then when they come to you, it's just whatever. I don't feel like that part is fair, but like I said, my setup is different, and I can't expect anybody else's setup, to be like mine. So, I mean, to each his own. I just feel like this whole, pawn thing, do you do it to make somebody feel bad? Like, do you do it to have one up? Let's say, you have another significant other. You want to make them look good and make your child's other parent feel bad because, oh yeah, this is how we do it over here and we're happy over here, so they don't need to come to your house because we're good. Like, how can you tell that child they don't need their other parent? That's where they come from. That they're a part. They share blood with this person. They're part that person. Some of their personality comes from this person. Some kids are left with those question marks of who am I because they don't know where they come from. Why? Because the mom said, oh, you don't need your dad. Or the dad said, oh, you don't need your mom. It's not fair. It's not fair to the children. And it's really not fair to the other parent. I mean, even though these women or these men, they say, you don't need the other parent. When you need a break, why can't you send them to the other parent? I mean, I know that, different situation call for different things, but at the end of the day, if you have a willing parent that wants to spend time, that wants to help mold and shape your child and raise your child, why not? Why not? Why are you leaving it up to the courts? Who doesn't know you, doesn't know your child, doesn't know the other parent, and then you going to the courts, you making up stuff. It's drama. It's drama. It's unnecessary drama. Some people like drama. I don't. I like peace. So whatever we can do to get to that, let's do that. But that's just me. Y'all can tell us what y'all think, as far as parenting is concerned, and help us to understand why parents use their children as pawns. Because it's frustrating. It's frustrating. It's
frustrating. If I had hair, I'd be pulling mine out right now. Seriously, it's very frustrating. I'm not pulling my beard hair out. That's all I got. But it's frustrating.
Yeah, tell us what y'all think. Tell us what y'all think. Leave it in the comments.